What's up folks, coming at you today with a new update on Wealth Mountain. Now, ever since that unfortunate day where the contract balance was depleted, so it all started when a big whale removed his stake and then SF paused withdrawal. SF stands for stable fund. If you're not familiar with this project, I also have a video on it below. And then everyone panicked and the contract went to zero. Now again, we mentioned this so many times that V1 was a very risky play because you can get up to 5% on your daily the more you wait. Now, what I'm gonna cover in this video is basically whatever the team has been up to in regards to V2 implementations, what they have coming up, and how will you as an early adopter in V1 is gonna be affected by this, and how is the status of their Wealth Mountain portfolio overall. So, don't go anywhere. So with V2 coming up, we're gonna have a new set of features before deployment that will most likely happen by next week. This Saturday is gonna be a full announcement, and what you should know is that first things first, they're gonna add something called liquid stakes. So liquid stakers, meaning me and you, average investors, are gonna be able to also enter V2. And a few characteristics about this is that first of all, it's a risk-free option, as in you don't need new liquid capital in order to perform and keep the yield going. So it all depends on the performance of the Wealth Mountain portfolio. Whatever you enter with is gonna be still there, so you can unstake at any time. No catches here, and the rewards are gonna be proportional to whatever you enter with, whatever proportional based on your investment originally. So that's how the distribution will go. So depending on how many will be and how much have they invested, that's how it will end up being. Now there's also gonna be a 5% staking fee for liquid stakes and two separate smart contracts. One is gonna keep all the funds of the liquid stakers intact, like I said, because there's gonna be 0% on staking fee, and a smart contract to distribute the rewards. Now 5% staking fees are gonna go to the Wealth Mountain portfolio. Split stakes is another feature that they introduced. And what this means originally is that there's going to be several stakes, each priced in based on the Wealth Mountain team, and you can buy some of these stakes inside this function of the protocol. What this means is that rewards are going to be evenly distributed based on the number of stakes you own. It's like owning a share of the protocol itself. Your initial is going to be absorbed by the Wealth Mountain portfolio and added to the investment tab. And the max payout for this is going to be 300%. There's no max payout as of yet for liquid stakes, but for this is 300%. And you can actually redeem your initial at the discounted value, but this model is still yet to be released by the team, so waiting for that to happen. The main difference here is that there are 0% staking fees, so nothing you pay to enter with, but like I said, there's a discount reclaimable fee, and again two separate smart contracts, one for the option to buy back and one for all the rewards that will be distributed. Last but not least, the early adopters, so me and you, people who entered V1 and they could not recoup their initial. What you need to understand for early adopters is that first things first, there's gonna be a proportionate / custom distribution for us, the stakers. We're gonna keep getting a payout up until we reach the maximum payout, which is our initial, and there's gonna be future perks. Now this is a bit broad yet, so these would include airdrops, potential DAO perks as well. Potentially you could be, as an early adopter, if you enter liquid stakes, perhaps you'll get more, or split stakes. I don't know the full scope yet, but whenever I do, I'm gonna let you know. There's also gonna be a separate smart contract that will distribute rewards. I did go over the new additions that they made in the website last time. Not much has changed today. So again, they also have ad revenue. I did mention this. The portfolio value, I did spoke about this. Also, I think, yeah, this needs to be updated because unfortunately V1 has nothing as of yet. The investments are still the same, but again, I'm gonna touch base on these things in my investment sheet. And if you scroll back down, yeah, this is the schedule for liquidity injection. So whenever they're gonna distribute profits, whenever they wanna accumulate and reinvest in their current investments, or perhaps add more with V2 launching up. So yeah, all of these things are gonna be updated, and you're gonna be able to see clearly in all of them. That's one. Now shifting over to my investment sheet. Now the totals, if I want to compare the total investments versus the portfolio dashboard here, nothing has changed, so the total amounts are still the same. But two things I want to point out. For example, Horde has made a change in their profit generating scheme, so no longer the payout is 1%, it's now 0.5%, so the yield is cut by half. I'm not sure how the team will approach this, but the major thing that has happened, like I mentioned, is that SF so when V1 defaulted, SF stopped their withdrawal process, but right now they actually made refunds for all the V1 people, and they decided to also launch a V2, but I don't have all the scope and all the information about this yet. Whenever I make a second SF video, I'm gonna talk about them. But what you should know is that since we had the largest investment in SF, I'm not 100% sure if the team got all of that money refunded yet. Hopefully they're gonna make an announcement and let us know. So best case scenario here, we're gonna get all that money refunded. I don't know if they will enter V2 or they will take that money and put it elsewhere. So based on whatever I just said, the calculations here are gonna be totally different, so I can no longer take into consideration that amount. So if you remove 670 from the total, yeah, it's not looking so great, and that will also be that will also take into effect the potential excess returns and the moon returns that I laid out in my previous video. If you want to check that video out, be my guest. I'm gonna link it below as well, because it contains all of the detailed approach that I took in regards to how I came up with the numbers of the returns on a yearly average. So yeah, so those are the two things that I wanted to mention. And again, whenever they make an update on their portfolio dashboard, I'm gonna be one of the first people to cover it out. I'm looking forward to seeing how will they go forward in their investments, and I'm looking forward as well to seeing their strategy in regards to what they're gonna do with the funds, how will they reinvest them, and whatever the new investments will be based on V2 people that will enter liquid stakes and split stakes as well. So all in all, the team has been so transparent so far. They gave us everything to look for, and they haven't been, secretly hiding stuff from us, and they laid out the groundwork from day one. So let's see how V2 will pan out, and yeah, I'm looking forward to see all the developments go into place. Alright, that's it from me today. Thank you for sticking around and listening to everything I had to say. Now, I really hope I brought you some value with this. I want to point out that all of the information that I just mentioned is not yet available to the public, as in the team hasn't made a special announcement and showed anything of the sort yet, but they did give me the alpha, and I tried to showcase it as simplistically as I could. So I hope you understood everything that we have coming up, and if you have questions, PM me or DM me on Telegram. I'm gonna do my best to answer them. And of course, hop by on our Telegram group, DeFi Ascension, link below, as usual, where we have always discussion about everything DeFi and about several projects that we personally are invested in. So I hope to see you there. And one more thing, a sub to the channel would be super amazing. It really helps us new kids on the block dish out better, more valuable content to everyone, and expose this word we love the most to more people. So I thank you and appreciate you in advance for doing so. And if you like the content of this video and whatever else I put in on this channel, please consider leaving a like on them and commenting so we can have a discussion overall. What is your opinion about V2 implementations or anything else? Always happy to see some comments underneath the video. So do so if you really want to do so. Don't do that just for the sake of doing so. Just remember this. And as always, take care of your finances and trade responsibly. This was Roy with DeFi Ascension. Thank you for watching.